To mask or not to mask? That is the question. And Houston forcing businesses to install cameras and provide footage of customers without a warrant. Let's talk about the week in law with Alan Dershowitz, our legal legend and host of the podcast, The Dersh Show. He's also the author of The Case for Colorblind Equality in an Age of Identity Politics. Professor, welcome back to the show. Always good to see you. So Professor, a federal court throws out the CDC mask regulations on public transportation. Biden administration has announced that they intend to appeal that ruling. So what do you think? Did the judge in the case get it right?
Well, I personally favor requiring masking on airplanes, buses, and trains, but it's a very controversial issue, and people reasonably support the other view. And the decision should not be made by administrative agencies. It should be made by the legislature. This is not an emergency. We have plenty of time to discuss this, and Congress should decide that issue after hearing input from doctors, from experts, from ordinary travelers. We're beginning to live in what I call an administrative state. Administrative agencies who are not part of the Constitution. Under the Constitution, the legislature who makes the law, the executive that enforces it, and the judiciary that evaluates it for constitutionality. So I favor requiring masks, but I favor it being done by legislation. If the legislature refuses to pass it, then I'll live with it and decide whether to travel by train or travel by plane. But I don't want to sit next to somebody who's unmasked personally.
Absolutely. Throughout the course of COVID, a lot of doctors have noted that the NIH and the CDC are advisory bodies. They're not even really supposed to set policy. And you agree that these agencies they seem to have, along with a lot of other agencies, seem to have too much power.
They do. Now, Congress has allocated to administrative agencies some power, and I think the lower court got wrong one issue, and that is they said that the statute doesn't authorize administrative agencies to deal with issues of sanitation. Yeah, it does. Many diseases are caused by sanitation. So I think the court may have gotten it wrong, and maybe the Biden administration will win on appeal, but they'd be much better off sending it to Congress with a recommendation in favor of pass. Whether it will pass or not, I don't know. It might not pass, even with a Democratic Congress.
All right. Now, I don't know what the city of Houston is thinking, Professor, but there was a big uproar this week over a new law in the city that requires bars, convenience stores, clubs, or what they call sexually oriented businesses to install cameras due to a rise in crime and then mandate access to video from the cameras and without a warrant to police officers. Is that constitutional?
Well, it raises serious questions. I mean, if the recordings are then used in a criminal case without a warrant to prosecute somebody, it would raise a serious constitutional question. Generally, when there are these video cameras, there's a sign on the door saying you are being videotaped, and entry into the building constitutes consent to being videotaped. We know today many convenience stores, and many crimes, by the way, have been solved by the pervasive use of video cameras, more so in London, but in the United States as well. So it's a very important and novel issue that we're going to have to face in the courts in the coming years. And I suspect the courts will uphold them so long as there's adequate warning that you are being videotaped if you enter that store. But, we live in Big Brother state now. We have to sacrifice privacy for safety. And, it was Benjamin Franklin who said those who are prepared foolishly to give up their liberty for safety deserve neither. And we have to strike an appropriate balance between safety and individual liberty.
All right. That's one of my favorite quotes. Professor Alan Dershowitz, thanks so much for your insights. We appreciate you being here, sir.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.